We're trying to keep that fun summer holiday vibe alive as South Africans return to work. And this week we're focusing on gaming. For some, it's a pursuit for lazy days or an indulgence over the holidays. But gaming's about more than just escaping into a fantasy world for a couple of hours. It's a multi-billion-dollar global industry that's growing at an astonishing rate. Seth has more.
Come on. It's escapist, huge, varied, and very time-consuming. But gaming is also a leviathan economy all on its own. Gaming is fast becoming the largest entertainment industry on the planet and is predicted to beat out both film and television by 2020. To give you a sense of the numbers, this year alone, the industry raked in $100 billion in revenue. Not only are there mega bucks to be made in sales, but geographic location, language, and even age aren't barriers to entry.
Gaming obviously differs quite significantly from other forms of entertainment and more particularly movies and TV in the way that, the length of time that you engage with a game is far longer. The local market is certainly a lot more buoyant than it was a year ago, and I think that's a function of new console releases in the last year. So we've had a PlayStation 4 releasing and Xbox One in the last year, and that always generates interest in the gaming space. A lot of the gaming experiences now are from an online perspective, where you share a lot of your in-game experience.
So the international gaming scene is active and growing, but what's the situation locally?
Sadly, the local industry is a little behind where I guess where we'd like it to be. Certainly, there are a number of teams who work on international products. So I know there was a local team for our guys out in Cape Town who worked on the previous iteration of Need for Speed. So there's a lot of elements being developed here, but it's all for international publishers.
The more you look at it, the more you realize the gaming industry is a monster. There's a lot of money being made by developers, lots of interest in playing both at home and at tournaments. But can you really make a career doing this? Like, really?
I think the easier avenue is certainly the development perspective, because there are a number of organizations and institutions who give, or offer courses and training in that regard. And in truth, from what the guys at PlayStation tell us in Europe, they're fairly highly regarded.
It's like a modern-day El Dorado, just ready for those with the tools to explore, and the opportunities for making money off the industry doesn't stop at designing and building games. Competitive gaming is taking off all over the world. Streaming services are capitalizing on the young spectator sport, and the numbers are not insignificant.
So there's lots of opportunities for people to find a way to make money by streaming. If you've got some kind of like show or story or gimmick to sell, people will watch you. And in addition to the fact that you can obviously have a partnership with the streaming service you're using and make money that way, there's a lot of fans out there giving donations. I mean, it's all very crowdsourced, and the most basic way it's crowdsourced is just from donations. So the popular streamers get donations from their fans every day.
Amazon picked up on this and acquired Twitch TV recently for around $1 billion. Although Twitch doesn't release their revenue figures, advertising sales and subscriptions are estimated to have reached $73 million in 2013. So maybe those Call of Duty reflexes that you've been sharpening for the past few years could finally pay off, because you never know, you might just hit the big time until you get a thumb injury and it sets you back a season and you lose your keyboard sponsorship.